God, nobody's been out here in a while. Deep sand. So I figured I'd get out for a quick video. Oh, tree. And I figured the topic of today would be kind of a reiteration of why I think the WR250R is the best dual sport. But ultimately it comes down to it's the best dual sport for me. For a lot of other people, that's not going to be the truth. Now, there are a plethora of different dual sport bikes out there, and there isn't really like one that's objectively better than the rest of them, right? And that's kind of why I wanted to dive into this topic. Ooh, that was a nice one. The idea in choosing one really just comes down to what do you want out of it. It's that simple. And it sucks because the only way to find out is to actually get out and ride them. And for a lot of people, that's not really plausible. They don't really have the money or the means. They maybe don't have dealerships around them or whatever. But I've owned a lot of different bikes. A lot of you guys that watch my channel previously know that. I've had a lot of different bikes. And I ultimately settled as having the opinion that this bike, the WR250R, is the best bike for me because I don't like wrenching on my bikes. Like, honestly, for my riding style, a KTM or a Husky is probably going to be a better bike for me, but they're too high maintenance. And even the Husqvarna 701 and the 690, like, yeah, they're on paper, they're lower maintenance, but in the long run, there's a lot of, like, I guess, like, little gremlin issues with them that KTM still hasn't sorted out yet. But these bikes, this bike and the DRZ 400 are probably my two favorite dual sport bikes of all time. And the reason I chose this over the DRZ mainly comes down to the fact of that I like the slower technical stuff more. And the DRZ, it's a little, in my opinion, it's a little bit top heavy of a bike, and it's a little bit harder to throw around at lower speeds. But if you want something that has that torque, that has that bottom end punch, you're going to want to get a DRZ. This bike's power comes on like a 125 two-stroke. You don't really have much in the bottom end, but once you're at the top, it has almost the same amount of power that a DRZ does. Now, I grew up riding an RM125, so that's what I'm used to. And if you're not comfortable revving a bike out, you're not going to like the WR. And there are a lot of people that are like that. I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to try and steer somebody towards, a bike that I like. I'm not making any money off of this. So I'm just basically sharing my opinions with you guys. Why don't we ride and talk? That's why I came out here. See, there's a bunch of sand up there. Let's see how that goes. Oh yeah, she's sandy. Oh yeah, she real sandy. Real sandy. Oh, little wheelie at the top. So yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of them. Ooh, real sandy again. Wow, they are just completely knocking this down. You know, and a lot of people hate the WR just because of the power. And I don't know, I don't really understand it. I mean, I get it. A lot of people want that immediate, like, 450 MX punch from the bottom. This bike doesn't have that. And especially, like, in technical terrain and stuff, you're going to be working the clutch a lot. So really, I mean, you're going to see a lot of opinions on the internet on what dual sport to buy and this and that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, what it comes down to is, what are you riding, and or what do you want to ride? I mean, if you're looking for like 20% road, 80% dirt, or 10% road, 90% dirt, and you don't want a high maintenance machine, I wouldn't really look anywhere else but the DRZ or the WR. You don't really have any other options. I mean, this is basically like low maintenance dirt bike. That's basically what the WR is. It's basically what the DRZ is too. The WR is just a little bit more modern, a little less low-end power. They make similar power up top. So, as far as, I mean, my personal experience, I've had less issues with this bike. So, but I'm sure that goes both ways. I've had this thing for about 3 years now, and I still love it. Like, every time I get on it, I just have a blast. But I don't like riding road. I'm not a road rider at all. I ride to get to the trails, like, out here, and that's about it with it. So, like, this area, this is my jam right here. This is what I really love doing. But yeah, I mean, it's perfect for me. And I mean, if you guys are looking for a dual sport, you just got to find what's perfect for you. I mean, you go out and buy one. I started out on a KLR 650, and you know, it wasn't my favorite thing ever, but it got me into it. It kind of like led me towards what I wanted to ride more, you know. And for that reason alone, I will always love that bike. After that bike, dual sport wise, I had a KLX 650C, 1995 model, I believe, and then a 2002 DRZ 400. And then, I mean, if you want to consider it a dual sport, had an Africa Twin for a little bit, 2017. Now I'm on this bad boy, and I also have a 2017 KTM 250 SXF that I refreshed, kind of rebuilt, just to sell. But beyond that, I mean, this is going to be my only bike, and I don't foresee myself wanting anything else in the near future, unless Yamaha comes out with like a WR 300R or a WR 350R. That'd be awesome. Well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. See you next time.